Chris. I'm calling because I have an idea for the article that I'm writing. Ever since I was about 8 years old, I've loved writing, and I decided that I wanted to pursue travel writing. And now I write for magazines all over the world.
And Stephen, who recently left his teaching job to pursue his passion for writing, also shares Leslie's enthusiasm for world travel.
At 19, I went on my first backpacking trip, and I never really stopped. As an aspiring writer myself, I was very interested to meet a fellow writer. I haven't written much in terms of articles. Fiction is my thing. It's come to this point where we might be buying a house if we find the right one.
I know, I can't believe it either.
And a few years after they started traveling together, they stumbled upon a place so special that it made them decide to put down roots.
The first afternoon we were walking around, we fell in love with the architecture, the cobblestone streets. We could just feel creativity floating in the air.
There's a very big artist community here, lots of writers too, and I just felt it was a really, really creative place, the perfect place to finish my novel.
It's a colonial town high in the mountains of the high desert of Mexico. It has a really beautiful light, the colors are amazing, and it's really just a place that we can see ourselves being in long term. Wouldn't it be nice to have our own space?
Can't wait for that. Tired of hotels, aren't you?
I really just want to be able to put my clothes in a closet for once. Finally, we've decided that maybe it's time that we have a home base.
Real estate agent Daniel Ortiz will be helping Stephen and Leslie get better acquainted with a diverse city rich with culture.
There is a big expat community. I would like to call it more like a safety net for people to move here, but it's not taking over the city. San Miguel still has its authenticity. So what are you looking for this house?
Well, we like the idea of 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. The second bedroom would be a bedroom or an office for us. As writers, we need that space.
What else is important for you?
I really, really want to have a bathtub in the house. I love taking bubble baths.
And I would love an outdoor space. In my head, I have maybe some grass, some flowers.
Something else that's really important to me is having a house that is ready to move in. I want to have a turnkey house.
Are you familiar with the locations in San Miguel, or do you have your mindset about where would you like to live?
Well, this is something that we're not quite in agreement on. I really, really want to live in the downtown area. It's so vibrant and it's so beautiful.
I prefer to be outside of the town.
Okay.
Leslie's very organized. She makes her office anywhere, and for me to be creative, I do need to have the right setting. Traffic noise is something I do not enjoy.
So, budget?
Our budget is $175,000 US.
With $175,000, it's a little bit hard to get a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, very close to the square, so I'm gonna work my best to try to find what they want.
Daniel tries to find a happy medium between his clients' conflicting wish lists with a home on the outskirts of town. But in order to stick to the budget, he has to make a few concessions.
Welcome to Hacienda Santa Maria. This is 13-unit complex.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a lot of neighbors.
It's priced at $175,000, so it's right on budget.
Perfect.
It has 1 bedroom and 1.5 baths.
That's a little bit small.
For the money, I did expect more space.
So welcome.
I love this big window here.
Yeah,
Beautiful
it's nice.
natural light.
Lots of lights. It's a
And
high
a
ceiling
window
here.
seat, babe. I've always wanted a
You've
window
always
seat.
wanted one of those, that's true.
This is a good desk space. Maybe you can sit here and write your novel.
I like the desk, it's very pretty, but I don't like the view. A white page, a white wall, I mean, where's the inspiration?
Well,
I'd
that's
much
true.
rather a view. The office area doesn't really work for me. It's right in the middle of the house. There's no privacy there. It'd be very difficult to concentrate and be inspired in that space.
So here's the kitchen.
Okay, good. The tile's nice. I like that.
It's colorful.
It is colorful.
It's colorful, but it's pretty dark. It's cozy, I would say.
So upstairs, we have the loft bedroom.
Well, this looks nice and airy.
What do you think about this office space in the corner?
Well, I need an office. Room for my printer, laptop, all my papers. This is kind of small, I think. Is that the closet?
This is it.
You couldn't get half your clothes in there.
I don't think this will work for me. I have a lot of clothes.
I like the wooden floors. I like the unique ceiling. Not much storage at all, but overall, it's a nice space.
And here's the ensuite bathroom. Please take a look.
Okay. Well, there's only a shower. I really would love a bathtub.
The bathroom has the same problem as the kitchen for me. It's a small space, so the colors are too garish. One of us really wants a bathtub, and there is room for one, but again, that's more money.
Oh, this is lovely.
I really like this area. I can see myself working here, reading here, breakfast here. But in my head, I was hoping for a garden.
Well, there's a common garden that's on the entrance.
Okay.
So you want to take a look at it?
Would love to take a look.
So this is one of the two gardens that I mentioned.
It's beautiful.
I thought this might be a good place for you to get inspiration in.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's a very nice space, nice open space. But I'm a bit concerned about the 12 other neighbors that might be sharing it at the same time. But the real problem for me is it's a bit near to town. I would like to be further out of town.
Welcome to Casa Jardín.
How far is it to walk here from town?
It'll be about a 20-minute walk.
Okay.
That's really too far for me. I don't want to walk that far. Don't know if I want to take the bus or a taxi every time I want to go into town.
How about I give you a piggyback?
After striking out on house one, Daniel does his best to satisfy his clients. But with Stephen and Leslie's wish lists in such direct opposition, compromises will have to be made.
In terms of location, I've gone more to what Steve wanted, so way out of town. The house, even though it doesn't have a second bedroom, it's a much larger property, so I thought it could work for them. Welcome to Casa Jardín. As you can see, it took us 5 minutes to drive from downtown.
Okay, how far is that in walking distance?
It'll be about a 20-minute walk.
That's really too far for me. I don't want to walk that far.
Sounds great to me.
It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath.
That's still a bit small, I think.
Let's take a look, come on.
Okay.
And the best news is it's $150,000.
Well,
Wow.
that is good.
Under budget, we love that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Casa Jardín is not what I envisioned when I thought of moving to San Miguel. It has cactuses and scrubby land. This is not quite as urban as I anticipated.
Here we are.
Okay,
As you can see, it has an open layout.
but not with very much furniture, it looks like.
What you get is what you see.
Okay,
It's not quite as much furniture as House 1.
that's true. But it's a nice big space. We might need to buy new furniture, which is going to affect our budget, but the big open space is really nice.
And here's the kitchen.
Well, there's not very much counter space in here. I think this kitchen is a little bit small, a little bit pokey. It just looks rustic. What is this, Daniel?
This is a fireplace.
Oh, that's a very interesting location.
No chimney, I'm not sure about that. I see the desks here, right in front of this giant window here. I can see you working here. What do you think?
I like it.
They really like the desk area. With all the big windows, they have this greenery around, so they like that.
Oh, look at this bed. It's really big.
I love that size. Is it king size?
It is a king size.
Great, just what we wanted.
Well, your bathroom is right here. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's very stripy.
it has a shower, but no bathtub.
Yeah.
The bathroom is functional. It's a bathroom, but I wanted a bathtub.
Let's take a look at the garden. Isn't this
Ooh.
beautiful?
This is beautiful. Look at this
Wow,
garden.
that's amazing.
So you would like this, Steve.
Yeah, well, you're right. This is even more than I imagined. This is perfect.
I can definitely see you getting out here, digging around in the dirt.
Yeah, lots of grass, lots of places for me to dig a hole. I love it.
I'm not so enthusiastic as Steve is. There are a few things that I like, but the biggest thing for me is the location. It's really far out of town, and I'm hoping to get something a little bit closer and also something maybe with a second bedroom. He's given Steve the big garden that Steve wants, but he hasn't really given me what I want yet.
This is Casa Golondrina.
Okay.
It's 199,000.
Wow, that's quite a bit above, so I'm expecting something very nice here, Daniel.
The main square, just 5 blocks away.
Oh, well,
Perfect.
With house 3, Daniel tries to give Leslie what she's been missing, despite the conflict it's sure to cause between his clients.
Leslie's been saying since the beginning that she wanted to be downtown. So I gave her a property that will put her right in the place where she wants to be. There's really no way to resolve their differences when it comes to location. So they're gonna have to figure that out on their own. This is Casa Golondrina.
Ooh.
okay.
As you requested, we're only 5 blocks down from the parroquia.
Oh, beautiful.
Right downtown.
Yes.
Just where I want to be.
This house has 2 bedrooms and 2 baths, and it is priced at 199,000.
Wow, that's quite a bit above, so I'm expecting something very nice here, Daniel.
Let's take a look.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Ooh. I really like this kitchen.
Lots of workspace. That's great.
It looks very streamlined, much more than the other 2 houses.
How about this sitting area? This looks nice.
This looks beautiful. I really love the skylights above this room.
Very nice.
Sounds like you're really getting into this downtown house.
I have to admit, it's very tasteful.
In this level, we have the guest bedroom. Let's take a look.
Okay, so it's a nice little space here.
And an extra desk, I see, a small desk, which is always good for us. We always need desks.
Definitely, a desk in every room.
The house has 3 levels if we count the roof terrace.
This is a nice little space.
Like a studio for an artist.
I like it. This is the kind of house where I can really focus more on my writing. I feel like I just need to bring my toothbrush and my laptop for some work, and I'll be ready to move in. This is very nice. I like the windows opening up onto the street.
And please take a look at the master bathroom.
You're gonna love this.
I do love it. Look at this giant bathtub. And
But is this bathtub worth $25,000?
yes, it is.
I thought you were gonna say that.
This is the 2-bedroom and 2-bathroom house that we were looking for. Bed's not quite as big, but it's a beautiful bedroom, beautiful bathroom, and I love it.
So here we are at the rooftop terrace of Casa Golondrina.
It's really nice, Daniel. I must say, it's very, very nice.
So you can see the views of the town. I really like this terrace.
Glad you do. It's beautiful. It's just a special privileged place of town.
This is a great terrace, I agree, but you know that we're about 5 meters from the neighbors. Although it's a nice space, it's not at all private. I don't think I could work here, really. It's too noisy for me, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I know that Steve's looking for a garden and that natural beauty, but this house has other kinds of beauty. It has the views, it has a lot of activity going on, which can be a source of inspiration as well. We've seen some houses with some things that Steve likes and some that I prefer more.
We're gonna have to make some big decisions together. I agree, it's a lovely, lovely place, but you know, it's right in town, noisy neighbors, noisy traffic.
Stephen and Leslie struggle to get on the same page.
Which one do you like?
Well, for me, it's difficult because I'm going to disagree with you.
Which house do you think we should eliminate first?
Well, it's a very difficult decision, but actually, in my head, Hacienda Santa Maria has to go. 12 neighbors, wasn't enough private space for me.
You know what, I agree. Let's get rid of it.
Consider it cut.
1 down, 2 to go. Which one do you like?
So for me, Casa Jardín is my first choice.
I could see it in your eyes when you saw that garden. But for me, to walk to town, it's 25 minutes. I mean, I don't want to do that every day. I just love Casa Golondrina. It's so perfect.
You know, I can see your passion. I know why you love that house, but it's just too noisy. Don't you think you'd be very inspired with that beautiful garden, the nice big windows? Don't you think you could work there?
Well, it's very important to me that you be able to concentrate on your book. So, let's go with Casa Jardín.
Really? You mean that?
I do.
Yeah, I think it's a great decision. It will be an amazing space for us both to work on our books, work on our careers, and, you know, you've just made me very happy. Thank you, darling. I love you very, very much.
I love you too, babe.
Thank you.
Putting Stephen's needs ahead of her own, Leslie agrees to give peace and quiet a chance. They select House 2 at $150,000.
San Miguel is definitely the right choice for us. It's a place that is constantly a source of inspiration. Spicier than I thought. It's excellent though. I love it. I think you're gonna have to get the recipe for this and make it for me at home.
I'll see what I can do. Hello.
How's it going?
Doing great, thank you.
Good. Are you being very productive?
Feel like it's going very well.
Steve was right after all about the location because it is very relaxing. There's a bus pretty much steps outside our door, so we can pop into town, but then we can come back to our house and relax in the garden, and you were right, babe.